Galnet News Digest, 15th of October 3305. We read the news so you don't have to. In this week's news, let them eat meat. Full throttle to Semotus beacon. September update blamed for digestive disruption. Let them eat meat. Princess Aisling de Val has been condemned for insensitive comments as the food crisis deepens. Speaking in Semotus, the People's Princess suggested that if grain, fruit and vegetables are in short supply, the people should try a carnivorous diet instead, saying that she highly recommends albino quechua mammoth meat for its tender succulent steaks and Sanuma decorative meat for its artistic presentation both on and off the plate. The food shortages are due to a blight affecting all agricultural crops, which has struck simultaneously in a number of systems, including Baijungu. Stocks of agricultural produce have fallen rapidly in starports in the affected systems, amidst rumours of stockpiling and panic buying. Riots have been reported in a number of systems, as the poor and underprivileged find themselves unable to pay inflated prices for basic foodstuffs. The Vandermeer Corporation, which earlier in the year was implicated in the Nanomed scandal, has offered to help the Interstellar Association for Agriculture to understand this mysterious new contagion, which is killing off the vegetation on hundreds of planets already, with fears that the plague could become galaxy-wide. There is as yet no indication whether the blight is naturally occurring or has been spread deliberately, or even if it might have been seeded by Thargoids during their earlier invasion. But in the light of the very rapidly diminishing food stocks, it seems likely that a number of systems will rapidly become victims to famine by the end of the week. Nathaniel Lopez of the Galactic Welfare Trust says that the trust is unable to procure or distribute enough food cartridges to meet the nutritional shortfall already affecting millions of inhabitants, although the separate appeals for assistance from DISO and ORERV appear to be attracting a significant response. Meanwhile, entrepreneurs have been piling into the affected systems to see what effect the blight has had on the price of void opals. The blight is expected to continue to plague the galaxy until the coming of fleet carriers in December. Full throttle to Semotus beacon. Had he been 35 seconds faster, the winner of the Full Throttle at Perico time trial could have flown across the galaxy and back and still been victorious, according to details released today. Commander Alot is well known for his record-breaking cross-galaxy jaunts, having flown from Sol to Sagittarius A star in less than 1 hour and 38 minutes. And he is also a keen buckyball racer. The Full Throttle at Perico time trial gave competitors 20 minutes to visit as many stations as they could. But if they were still within the 20 minutes as they landed at the last station, they were permitted to take off and fly to one more station. The key measure was the number of stations visited, with the actual time taken used only as a tiebreaker. Commander Alot, flying his Imperial Courier, the Basque-mobile, was the fastest of 4 commanders to land at 19 stations. However, had he been 35 seconds quicker, he would have been permitted to take off again and fly to one more station, his 20th, with no time restriction. He could therefore have buckyballed across the galaxy to the furthest possible system and returned, as long as he was back in time for the event finishing at midnight on Sunday, and thus he could have taken 7 full days to complete the course and still won. The Buckyball Racing Club is said to be looking for a contract lawyer to help draft the rules for its next race. September update blamed for digestive disruption. The podcast version of Galnet News Digest suffered significant outages last week in a series of incidents linked to the so-called September update. Some fans reported that they received neither the Tuesday nor the Thursday podcast, while others reported that the Tuesday podcast had somehow been issued as an episode of Lave Radio. By contrast, Alec Turner of the Buckyball Racing Club reported that he'd received an unwanted bumper bundle download of all 317 bulletins. It's widely believed that everything that goes wrong in the galaxy is attributable to the September update, and this is certainly borne out by the symptoms. It is believed that the new system whereby listeners are paid in arcs to put up with listening to the quite frankly rather tedious news had somehow broken the podcast distribution mechanism. The third September update, dated 11th of October, is believed to have fixed the problem, and the Pilots Federation is understood to be working to reclaim any excess editions of the podcast that may have been downloaded using this exploit. Commander Alec Turner is likely to wake up one day soon to find that 634 episodes have been deleted from his accounts, and if he doesn't have that many, that the balance will be deducted in credits if necessary by selling his ships and modules. If he didn't want this to happen, he shouldn't have exploited the bug in the first place. And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News, we read the news so you don't have to.